Canada may be known as a world leader in hockey, but there's another field where we're becoming a global superpower: video games. Our gaming industry is the third largest in the world, and right here in southwestern Ontario, there's a museum dedicated to the evolution of hardware and software from Pong to Halo. CTV's Matthew Kang takes us on a tour.
Before Nintendo and Xbox, this is how it was done. Visitors to Brantford's personal computer museum re-experience the games of their youth. Syd Bolton says his fascination with machines led him to become a curator in his own home.
What I came to realize was that someday people were going to look back at all the technology they'd thrown away and said to themselves, you know, hey, I wish I hadn't thrown that out. And so that's kind of the experience that I wanted to create, was where someone could come in and say, I remember that. I had one of those when I was younger.
It's fitting one of the largest collections of computers and video games is in Canada. Our video game industry is the third largest in the world, just behind Japan and the United States.
To give you an idea of how big video games are in Canada, an old friend from my childhood is here to help out. Now, video game publishers in Canada produce about $1.7 billion towards the economy, and to make a game in Canada, it would cost around $20 to $30 million. And just last year, Ontario pledged $263 million over the next 10 years to generate 800 new jobs.
There are over 700 computers here, and Peter Marshall says he's finally seen a few he only heard about in documentaries.
I didn't even know that this stuff existed here in Canada, so I knew it was made here, but it's amazing to see it all in person, and it's still working, which is pretty incredible. And the video game collection was the most extensive collection I've ever seen in my life.
Syd hopes his collection will one day be placed in a conventional museum, and he says future gamers should learn a thing or two from their pixelated ancestors.
It's hard to appreciate what you're playing today if you don't know how far they've come. You really change your appreciation for what makes a good game and a bad game if you've sort of got that background.
Matthew Kang, CTV News, Brantford.